everybody, 14 News, Casey Mason here, getting you up to date on all of our streaming platforms right now. Some breaking news just into our 14 newsroom right now. I want to keep you guys up to date on what we're hearing right now, where local law agencies are on the scene right now of an officer-involved shooting. So what we know here, we're going to break down the latest details for you across all of our streaming platforms, is in the 500 block of Colonial Avenue. Right now, there is a heavy police and law enforcement presence in that area. What we also know is fire officials, AMR, and the sheriff's office has all responded. Now, we do have a crew on scene right now. We have our Gabe Pontonis standing by for us right now to break down the latest details and what is going on with this officer-involved shooting. Gabe, I'm going to go ahead and bring you in right now, and you can keep us up to date on what is going on.
Curtain there. Now, this was an officer-involved shooting that left the shooter deceased. Now, the police say the call came in around 1 for a medical emergency, a possible overdose. They say a plainclothes officer responded to that call, and as he was approaching the home, a man came out of the home and fired at the officer. That officer then returned fire, and the shooter died from his injuries. He was identified as a male. They've used a lot of different resources in this investigation so far, including drones inside of the home, and pretty much every agency in the area responded to this home after those shots rang out. And we do also know that there was another female and a child in the home who were not injured. But again, this is a very, very fresh situation here, a very fresh scene. Heavy presence still here. Now, police also say the officer will be put on administrative leave during this investigation. But again, for right now, that is what we know. So I will toss it back to you, reporting live in Evansville, Gabe Pontonis, 14 News.
All right, again, that's our Gabe Pontonis live there on the scene, giving everybody just the latest information here, what we know coming into our newsroom with this officer-involved shooting. Thank you, Gabe, for your report out there today. Of course, Gabe will have more on this story coming up throughout all of our shows tonight here on 14 News, as well as online, and keeping you guys up to date here as well. So let's just kind of recap again what Gabe was just telling us, what we know into our newsroom here. Again, that call there, it came in just before 1 o'clock this afternoon. We know officers, they were dispatched to what was possibly, as Gabe said, a medical emergency. We're still working to get all these details here, but we do know that officials say someone inside that home possibly fell getting out of the shower. That's why that call was made. Well, that's when a nearby, what they call plainclothes officer, so not in uniform or a marked car, but was on duty, supposed to, be in the nearby area in the vicinity here when these calls come in, was able to get to that call first. Again, a plainclothes officer in the area was the first one to get to that home. Well, they heard that call come in, and that's when that officer, we're told, approached the home, and that's when we were told that he was fired at. Again, officials do confirm that a man stepped outside and was armed with a handgun and then fired a shot at the plainclothes officer. Now, that officer then fired back, fatally killing that man, again, that was armed with a handgun when he stepped outside. We also know, as Gabe said there just a minute ago, there reported a female and also at least one child inside that home. They were not hurt. Early stages here, just looking at nearby surveillance video, kind of police surveillancing the area, seeing what they can find from neighbors, kind of see if there's any doorbell video that they can collect here as they continue to investigate this. Also want to note here that per protocol officer has been placed on administrative leave as of now, and that call there came from inside that home. So again, just keeping you guys up to date here on this developing story here just into our newsroom today. Again, officer-involved shooting here in Evansville. Lots of local agencies there on the scene. So if you guys are going to be in that area there of the 500 block of Colonial Avenue in Evansville, maybe just want to go ahead, find an alternative route to kind of clear that area there as they're working this active scene right now. Try to find a different area and avoid that spot there at 500 Colonial Avenue. So we're going to follow this for you guys here the rest of the day today on 14 News, bring you the latest information as we ourselves get it. That'll do it for now for this breaking news stream, and we'll have more details on this developing story coming up later tonight right here online and on air at 14news.com.